everybody, and welcome to another sterling and rousing rendition of Poland Daily Travel, your favorite show, because you get to see Nicholas dressed up like... No one dresses like this anymore.
Well, I do.
You look beautiful.
Thank you.
And I mean, did you look at the men's tailoring magazines when you designed this outfit?
No, because it's very easy. If you just follow traditional English tailoring, you don't have to think.
I mean,
It just appears like this.
People don't know this. Occasionally, I visit you at your place, and we did a couple of cooking shows there.
We did.
And this is how. I mean, you were coming out of the. You said, "I'll just be out of just having a shower," and you came out of the shower dressed like this, or similar.
Oh, similar, probably.
Yeah.
But this is just more. This is the most comfortable thing to dress, and you've got a jacket for all your bits and pieces.
Yeah.
You don't know who you're going to meet during the day.
Jackets are good. Yeah.
Jackets are good.
For
So
that
really,
reason,
I'd rather look smarter than not smart.
Do you think we're too informal these days?
I think we've got far too informal. I mean, it's confusing for people. They never know what to wear.
What about when you travel? Do you travel?
I travel with a jacket as well, because, you know, most places of the world, it's psychological. But in most parts of the world, you're greeted by a man or a woman with a gun. So if you look at the sort of person who can be shot and nobody will notice, then, you know, so
I didn't understand that. What?
No, but most parts of the world, when your plane lands and you get off the plane, you go to passport control or wherever it is, but you're always met by a man with a gun.
Oh, right. You want to look smart.
So you want to look as a sort of person, if they shoot you, it's going to cause them problems.
Yeah, or you want to look put together.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think this is a mistake people make, that they get on the plane, they look like they just came, out of playing basketball.
Oh, dreadful these days, absolutely
with
awful.
the shoes to go with it.
Dreadful.
And you ought to show a little respect. It's just more fun.
I mean, how would you feel if the pilot or the flight attendants were dressed the way the passengers are dressed?
How would you feel if the flight attendants were dressed the way the passengers are dressed, Harold?
It would be absurd. First of all, I think for security reasons, you want to have the flight attendants and the flight crew wearing a uniform of sorts, just to distinguish themselves as employees of the airline. And secondarily, it's just, it's so stupid. I mean, anybody who comes up with these ideas should be sent to some dark area of Chechnya for political rehabilitation.
Chechnya? Good Lord. Moldavia might do as well. Or maybe that's a little too peaceable for proper discipline.
Yes, maybe.
Yeah. You know, in the last segment, Harold was talking about his favorite travel film of all time. Do you have one?
Well, actually, yes. I mean, by travel film, of course, I suppose you're always focusing on the destination. And one of my recent favourites, or more recent favourites, is The Tourist, with Angelina Jolie and Johnny Depp. And in the plot of this film, it's a sort of rather gentle but nonetheless quite enchanting thriller. And they go from the main character, Angelina Jolie, takes a train from Paris to Venice, where they have this sort of adventure. And it's just a film which is just delightful. Angelina Jolie in this film does a very good British accent, because the character she's playing is a British, essentially, policewoman. Mm-hmm. And then there is this marvellous, and I can't quite explain why, and you can get it on YouTube. There's this marvellous 90 seconds it's about 90 seconds, this scene, on the train, where the character played by Angelina Jolie asks the character played by Johnny Depp to invite her to dinner. And they said, "Invite me to dinner, Frank." And it's just 90 seconds, and it's just wonderful. I don't quite know why it's so wonderful, but a lot of people who've seen it agree it's wonderful.
There's some beautiful scenes. I miss those really well-written scenes between men and women that are not just obvious.
No.
About sex or whatever, just, this, or rude or whatever, but that are suggestive and playful.
Exactly.
Like in the old films, because they couldn't show or nudity, or they couldn't
exactly, and that was that was much better, because people use their imagination and the skill. But it's true of
I much prefer it. Actually.
That's true of old films generally. I think the skill was in the writing.
Yes.
Because they couldn't use special effects, but they had to convey, and that's why old films are so much of a joy to watch these days. Yeah. Because you listen and you think, yes, this is really good writing.
Harold, would you agree with that?
No, I actually loathe the film. It's directed by a German, Florian Henkel von Donnersmarck, if you can believe that's his name.
Florian Henkel from Donnersmarck?
Yes, it was a $150
like a medieval
box
knight.
office bomb, and von Donnersmarck has never recovered since making that movie. He famously directed The Lives of Others, a small indie German film, which somehow convinced American studios to give him $150 million to create one of the worst movies, I think, of the last 15 years. But I think The Tourist, its greatest fault is that it's a poor imitation of Alfred Hitchcock's North by Northwest. And if you recall the scene between Cary Grant and Eve Marie Saint aboard the train which was going from New York to Chicago, now there's classic writing for you. And
that's what I'm talking about.
Yes,
yeah,
indeed. I
that's
was
a great
actually,
one.
I was actually going to mention that scene as well.
It is amazing, that scene.
It is very, very good.
And that, in a way, is a travel movie as well.
Yeah.
Because it goes from New York to Chicago to Rapid City, South Dakota, where Cary Grant and Eve Marie Saint are chased atop Mount Rushmore by James Mason and his henchmen.
Yeah, and yes, that's right. Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore, yes.
Very unpopular.
Have you ever been there?
Very unpopular place these days. No, but I've been to Stone Mountain. Equally unpopular these days.
Why is Mount Rushmore unpopular?
Because it has the evil white men on it.
Oh, God. Please, please.
No, that's what they say. I'm just
Let's not
reporting
descend
what people
into
say.
woke hysteria.
I'm just reporting what people say. Stone Mountain's even worse. Look it up. Okay, everybody. Thank you very much. When we on the next segment, maybe should I just tell one of my film,
yes.
the film that I like. Yeah. I'm sure that Harold will have plenty to say. You will too.
Of course.
On this film, very controversial.
No.
Oh
Good.
yeah. I picked a controversial one. I like that.
We like,
you know.
We like controversy.
I like that. Okay. Thanks for watching, everybody, and good night. See you next time, and hang in there.